Well, I guess a good place to start. Any update on David Bell?
Still working through concussion protocol.
Any idea when you may know? I guess you do it daily. You probably ask every day, don't you?
Yeah, it'll be a game time decision.
Did he get any practice in this week?
I'm going through concussion protocol, game time decision.
So what happened with the punting job this week? You guys just did it. Was there a punt off? Is there a winner? How are you going to handle that Saturday?
Our punters have had a good week of practice. Up to this point, we've had good practices. We just haven't carried over the game, so we've got to make sure to do that. We've met with both punters and tried to figure out how can we help them carry over what we've seen in practice in the game field, and we're hopeful that it happens this week. I think Jack's had a good week of practice. I think Cropsey's right behind him, and both will be available to go, but I'm anticipating Jack punting the football well, and we're going to need him to do that.
Is it just with Jack, is it just he's working through something new here, first time, even though he is older, kind of working through this new experience and maybe trying to do too much at one time?
I think he's probably thinking too much. What I don't know, to me it's catch the ball and kick it. So, me not being an expert on actual kicking, even though I did punt in high school, I want him to simplify it. I mean, yes, work on in practice, all your techniques, all those little things that you want to do, but when it gets in the game, you just want to catch the ball and kick it. And I told him, I said, every game you have, you got to come off the field knowing I did not cheat myself on one kick. If you do that, I think you'll feel better about it. But if you're punching it, you're thinking it, you're not following through, that's what you don't want to do. So I just want him to go out there and kick it like he means it, follow through, put a good solid foot right in that ball and kick it out there.
Were you a good punter in high school?
Well, my form wasn't great, but I probably, it was doable.
What type of week did Jack Plummer have practice-wise?
Jack's had a good week of practice. He's a good leader on our team. We sat down this week and watched a little extra film together, and I just, there's some small things that every quarterback has to continue to improve upon, and just standing in that pocket to the last minute, being able to deliver the ball up the field on the intermediate routes, not flinching when something's coming at you, and then having that fine balance of if pressure does get in there too fast, you've got to escape right away and go make a play. And sometimes I drift him back a little bit, and we really can't have that. He's got to be able to get back, step up, throw that ball with velocity and conviction. And if it's not there, he's got to get out and scramble and go run and make a play and be decisive with it. So, he's done a good job. Can he play better? Sure, he can play better. But all of us can do better. And as you know, when we win, the quarterback gets most of the credit, and when we lose, he's going to get most of the blame. But our quarterbacks have worked hard. They understand that we need them to play well, but we need all the offense to execute. So this week has been about execution and precision on everything we do, because I don't think we were definitely up to par on that this past game on the offensive side of the ball.
Mitchell Finneran said last night on your radio show that he's coming back next year. Is that always kind of part of the plan for him to play 2 years here, or did he jump the gun on that a little bit?
No, it's always our plan for them to play as long as they want, and definitely he's kicking well, so we would love to have him as long as he wants. But you know how that is. At the end of the year, they'll reevaluate things and go from there. But we'd love to have him. He's been a great addition. He's a great teammate. He's worked extremely hard. Through 3 games, he's kicked it very well. So we're hopeful that he just continues to, do what he does and kick with confidence and score some points for us.
What's the confidence you have in him to deliver field goals when you need them?
We've got great confidence. There's a lot of factors that go into it. I know we watched the kicking, but our long snapper has been tremendous. He's been here for a while. Nick Zucchino gotten better blocking in front. There's been a few holes at times early in the year and in the past. I think we've shorted up, firmed it up a little bit. Holder's done a good job, but yes, Mitchell's kicked it very well, and he's practiced well, and he's carried it over to the game. And I think it's due to all the game experience he has. He's played a lot of football, and that's important.
We haven't asked about Samson James in a while. Any word on him while his door shut?
Yeah, I'm not real optimistic there. We're doing everything we can, but I'm not optimistic.
You're 3-1 against Illinois, Jeff. I mean, what do you have on these guys?
Well, nothing really. I mean, we just try to win every game, and no matter who we play. And this team has played good football. They came out and beat Nebraska, which was a big win for them. They things up on defense and did different things, which is a testament to good coaching. And they had Maryland right where they wanted them, 17-10, with about 3 minutes left in the fourth quarter, and just kind of let it slip away. So they're playing good football. We have to play our best. All 3 segments, just like every conference game is going to be this year, and this is an important game. All home games are important, and we want to try to do our part to win this football game.
Are things working behind the scenes from a defensive standpoint, like you've wanted them to, as far as the coaches and the input and the collaboration that you talked about in the off season? Are things going smoothly, off the field as you like?
Things have been going great on the defense side of the ball. Ever since all of our guys got here, it's been a great transition. We've installed the full package throughout the winter and spring and summer, and there's still quite a bit we haven't used, so we're trying to pick and choose when to kind of add a few wrinkles here and there that we've already worked. And our players know we've got some veterans on defense, so even when Coach Lambert has put some things in even this week, he's surprised at how quick they're picking it up. And I said, well, we've ran that before, or we've ran a version of that. So, you know what, Coach Lambert, Coach Ingles, Coach Hagan, the whole defensive staff has worked very well together. They're great people. They understand what we all have put together as a plan, and they practice it great with our guys. They teach it well. Our guys have come out here and played aggressive. They've taken chances. I still think we can play better. There's been a few plays here and there that if we get back, we could possibly have a dominant performance. So we're hopeful to continue to build on that and see if we can ante up and raise the bar on that side of the ball, because we've had some. You look at George, we're looking at Jalen Graham shutting down Notre Dame's tight end like he did, one-on-one basically the whole game. The pass rush with multiple guys at the line of scrimmage and coming has been better. Our secondary has played well to this point. There's been a few times they've gotten by us, without question. And, especially down the middle of the field, we can't let that open when we have a true zone call. So there's some small things that I think we can get cleaned up. But no, it's been they're really good people, and they've worked really hard. And yes, they've been great to work with.
Is DeMarcus Mitchell starting to show up a little bit more?
He is. DeMarcus is a great athlete, and if he understands what he's doing and he just goes out there and cut it loose, he can make plays. He's just very athletic. He's strong. He's instinctive. Sometimes he may not do exactly what the play designed, but he maybe sees things that others don't. So you don't want to take away too much of that, but at the same time, he's got to play within the system. But yes, he definitely, for us to play dominant defense, he has to be that other side away from George. And if those two guys are playing well, it helps our team.
Just aside from David Bell, just the rest of the receiving unit, how would you assess just their week of practice in the event that David won't be able to go out there on Saturday?
Well, our guys have practiced well. We are dipping down into some guys that haven't played much. Milton Wright has played a lot of football. He's had a good week of practice. He's just got to go out there and play more confident and know he can catch all those balls. Those are all catchable balls, and he knows that, so he's just got to believe in himself. But he practices very hard, so he's our guy with the most experience. On the outside, Brock Thompson's come in. He's been a good addition. He's going to have to play more and do a really good job for us. New guys will have to step up behind them, and Abdur, who's gotten in just a few plays, but now is his time to come through and show what he can do. Colin Sullivan is another young man that has practiced well, but hasn't seen the game field, so you don't know how he's going to react the first time. And then Preston Trail's another one that's in the mix on the outside. On the inside, TJ Sheffield, Jackson Anthrop, and then we're working in Deion Burks there as well.